Minasan, konnichiwa. Good afternoon, everyone. Praise be Jesus and Mary now and forever. So this afternoon, we are going to tackle Module 7 entitled Demonstrative Pronouns and Telling and Asking for Prices. So imagine yourself walking in a Japanese store, may it be in the groceries or may it be in any shopping establishments, and you are one of the customers who would like to ask for the price of a certain product, or some of you could imagine you were the one or a salesperson maybe who were being asked by the customers. So it would be better if you know the lines on how to tell and how to ask prices before you are planning to go there for traveling, studying, or even in working. Let us say, for example, you are this customer asking for the price of this set of sleeveless and you do not know because there is no price tag in it and you want to ask the salesperson. So you can ask, "Sore wa ikura desu ka?" Later on, we are going to tackle the lines that you should say in asking for prices. So our topic again this afternoon is on the demonstrative pronouns and telling prices. For the learning outcomes, at the end of tackling this module, you are expected to first compare and contrast the demonstrative pronouns in English and Japanese, ask for the products and services of prices with effective use of the specific pronouns such as kore or kono, which means this, sore and suno, which means that, and are and ano, which means that over there in Japanese. And lastly, develop sense of confidence in communicating with Japanese people when having a tour in their places or in asking for price. So in the previous module, you learned how to count numbers and telling time in Japanese, and learning how to express time in Japanese is essential and useful, especially when visiting Japan. Also, it will help you improve your basic language skills. In this module, you will be introduced further on applying your learning about numbers by learning the demonstratives. Just a recall on your English subjects, a demonstrative pronoun is a pronoun that is used to point to something specific within a sentence. In English language, these pronouns can indicate items in space or time, and they can either be singular or plural. Though demonstrative pronouns function the same in Japanese language, always remember that they are not mindful if the nouns they replace are singular or plural. Somehow that's a good thing in learning the Japanese language because they don't have the number. We consider that number in English language, the singular, if it's referring to one noun only, and plural if it's two or more or many. And additionally, you will also learn new sentence patterns and how to ask and tell prices in Japanese through this module. So, minasang, ganbatte kudasai. So the first thing that you are going to learn is the use of the kore, sore, and the are. These are the demonstrative pronouns in Japanese. And when we talk about kore, somehow that is the equivalent translation of the word these for singular and these for many, referring to an object which is near to you if you are the speaker. And you use sore if you are referring to an object not so far from you as the speaker, or if you have a listener or somebody that is being talking to, then that object should be near to that listener. And last one is the use of are. Are refers to a thing far from the speaker and from the listener. So, for example, The object can be still seen by your naked eyes. However, its location is somehow far from both of you as the speaker and the listener. So for example, in the diagram that is presented on your slide, let us say, for example, this box, you use kore if that is near to you, if you are the speaker, and you use sore if the box or the object is near to the listener, and you use are again if the object is far from both of you, the speaker and the listener. So talking about the sentence patterns that you should learn is having this one, pronoun wa, that is referring to the use of kore, sore, and are. And notice here we have the romaji ha. However, you should take note that this should be pronounced as wa. In terms of the romaji, we are going to have the ha since we are using the hiragana character ha in spelling our sentences, followed by a noun, one, and des. For example, this is a book. This, that is correct in Japanese, and book is hong. And of course, you end your sentence formally or politely by using the word des or desu. Kore wa hong desu. For example, if the object is a little bit far from you as the speaker, you use the sore. And if in terms of asking, for example, you are confirming if that is really a book. Let us say you're not sure if it's a dictionary, a book, or an encyclopedia, etc. So you'll ask, is this a book? So somehow that is a yes or no question. So the same pattern with the previous one, but the difference is that you are going to add the particle ka. Remember again, you should use ka if you want to ask a question. So let us say, is this a book? Kore wa hong desu ka? Kore wa hong desu ka? And for example, if the object or objects are a little bit far from you as the speaker, you are going to use sore or are. Sore wa hong desu ka are those books. Take note again that there is no such thing as singular and plural when you are speaking or writing in the Japanese language. Another pattern that you should learn is the use of pronoun o kudasai. Notice again that we have here the word wo. However, this is pronounced as o in the native Japanese. In terms of romaji again, this is for spelling purposes because if you are going to write sentences in Japanese, they should use the hiragana wo or o, not the vowel o. So how does it work? Let us say, for example, you want to take a particular object. You are in the grocery store or you are in a shop. Or let us say, for example, you are in a bookstore and you want to buy that book and then you're holding that book and you're going to the cashier now and you say, I'll take this, please. So literally, kudasai means please. So you just say kore. So kore again, that is used if the object is near to you as the speaker and you add o kudasai. Kore kudasai. So that's it. And the same thing if you're pointing, let us say for example, the books are at the back of the cashier or near to your listener or a little bit far from you as the speaker, you use sore. Soreo kudasai. So if it's really far, then you use areo kudasai. And in terms of asking and telling prices, we should use the pattern demonstrative wa ikura desu ka? Demonstrative wa ikura desu ka? So in terms of the demonstrative, you use from kore, sore, and are plus wa. Again, that is using ha, hiragana ha, and you add ikura. Ikura literally means how much. And you add des to ask politely, and you add the particle ka to mean a question. So all in all, the pattern should be demonstrative wa ikura desu ka? For example, you're holding the shoes or you're holding the object, of course, that is near to you, you use the word kore plus the word how much, which is ikura. Kore wa ikura desu ka? Kore wa ikura desu ka? And for example, the object is far from you. Let us say, for example, the shoes, somehow that is near to your listener. If you have a listener or a little bit far from you as the speaker, you use the word that. So that is sore, and how much is ikura? Sore wa ikura desu ka? Sore wa ikura desu ka? Or if the establishment is a little big and the object is far from you, then you use are. Are wa ikura desu ka? And of course, when you're going to answer, it's very much easy because the same principle works. Just take note of the question word and you replace that question word with the correct answer. Let us say, for example, the question word a moment ago is ikura, ikura or how much. This time, you drop or delete ikura and you replace that with the exact price because the price, of course, is the answer. And of course, you delete the particle ka because ka is only used if you're asking a question. Let us say, for example, the price of these shoes is 10,000 yen. This is 10,000 yen. So this because the object is near to you as the speaker. So this is correct. And 10,000 is ichimang. And of course, you have the monetary unit yen. And remember again that when you are speaking in Japanese, yen is translated as N. And end your sentence politely by having the copula desu or des. All in all, this is 10,000 yen. In Japanese is korewa ichimang en desu. Korewa ichimang en desu. Let us say, for example, that shoes is 3,000 yen or cost 3,000 yen, then you use sore to mean that. And 3,000, if converted to number, is sanzeng. Remember again that 3,000 belongs to the special number in the set of 1,000 because you cannot use S for the seng, but you turn S to Z. You say sanzeng. And again, yen is N and end with des. All in all, that is 3,000 yen is sorewa. Sanzeng en des. Next thing that you should learn is the use of kono, kono, and ano. Somehow these demonstrative functions the same with kore, sore, and are. If you notice, they have similar initials K, S, and A because same principle works with them. So if the object is near to you as the speaker, you use kono. But if the object is somehow far from you, you use sono. And if the object is really far from you, you use ano. The difference is on the use of noun. So in the kore, sore, and are, there's no noun that is paired with the demonstrative if you're going to write or speak the sentences. In the kono, you need to use a noun. So the noun literally should be placed after kono, sono, and ano. Let us say, for example, bag. The bag is translated as kabang. Ka, ba, kabang. So the same, actually just a trivia, the word kabang is the same with the Korean or the Hangul of the word bag. So if you are fond of watching K-drama, they also use kabang for bag. So let's go back to the topic, konosuno and ano. So the difference again, you can say this is a bag. Korewa kabang desu. But if you are going to make that specific, then use the konosuno and ano pattern. But this time, you need to put the word bag, which is our noun in the sentence, beside kono, sono, and ano, depending on its location. So the principle also that you need to learn in this module is that using the demonstrative really depends on the location as well as the distance of the object from you as the speaker or from you if you are the listener. So, for example, this is a bag. Kore wa kabang desu. Kono kabang wa. Let us say you put a price. So the bag costs 1,000 yen. So kono kabang wa iseng en desu. Kono kabang wa iseng en desu. So this bag cost 1,000 yen, or this bag is 1,000 yen. So you are really specific in terms of saying that I'm pointing about this bag. Literally, this is the bag. And suno kabang and ano kabang. So same principle. You use suno if the object is near to your listener, and you use ano if the object is far from both of you as the speaker and the listener. In terms of asking for prices using the konosuno and ano, the same pattern works. However, this time you need to put the noun beside konosuno and ano. And same principle, you add wa, the price, and deska. So it's an erratum, an error. It should be ikura, demonstrative noun wa, ikura deska. So how much is this ticket? So this, that is kono, and ticket is translated as chiketto. Chiketto. And how much is ikura? And since this is a question, you need to put the particle ka. Kono chiketto wa ikura desu ka? Kono chiketto wa ikura desu ka? So in terms of answering, of course, the same principle works. You retain the demonstrative noun wa, and you replace the question word ikura with price, and you end with des, and you delete the particle ka because you are having the statement now, not a question. So look at the price of the ticket. That's 2,920 yen. So somehow this is a sample of a ticket for the bullet train. That is the fastest train that you are going to ride on if ever you want to go there. So the accommodation is like you are traveling in a first class, a business class airplane. So you cannot really feel the burden of traveling if you are inside, even if it's so fast in terms of transporting you. So the location for the sample ticket is from Shizuoka going to Tokyo. So the price is 2,920 yen only. So how is that in Japanese? So you say, so the question a moment ago is, kono chiketo wa ikura desu ka? Kono chiketo wa ikura desu ka? So this ticket is 2,920 yen. So this kono ticket is chiketo, and you replace ikura with the price, which is your answer. So you just convert using the regular number. So 2,000 is niseng, 900 is kyuhyaku, 20 is niju, and of course the monetary unit yen to n, and end politely with the word des or desu. All in all, kono chiketo wa 2,920 yen desu. Kono chiketo wa 2,920 yen desu. This ticket is 2,920 yen. Another is, how much is this bag? So again, how much is ikura? This is kono, and since they are written beside each other, bag is kabang. Kono kabang wa ikura desu ka? Kono kabang wa ikura desu ka? Let us say, for example, the bag cost 1,500 pesos. This bag, kono kabang wa? 1,000 is seng and 500 is gohyaku, and of course peso is peso. So still similar with the Japanese pronunciation than des. Kono kabang wa 1,500 peso des. Kono kabang wa 1,500 peso des. Let us say, for example, the bag is a little bit far from you as the speaker, since you were the one asking for the price. So you use the sono, of course. So you say sono or ano. It still depend upon the location or the distance of the object from you as the speaker. So how much is that bag over there? Ano ka bang wa? Ikura desu ka? Ano ka bang wa? Ikura desu ka? Let us say, for example, that bag over there cost $100. So 100 is hyaku and dollars is translated as doru. That over there is ano, bag is kabang. And again, 100 is hyaku and dollars is doru. Ano kabang wa? Hyaku doru des. Ano kabang wa? Hyaku doru des. So that's all for the demonstrative and asking and telling of prices for prices in Japanese. So for the activities, please keep updated with the post in your stream and please be guided with the due time as well as the directions posted there. So before we end this module, I would like to leave you a biblical verse from 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 19 to 20, in which it was stated there that, do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own, you were bought at a price, therefore honor God with your body. So just like our topic in this module, talking about the price, we were bought at a price, and that is the crucifixion and death of Jesus Christ on the cross. Our salvation is being bought. That's why, as much as possible, we should do everything to honor God with our body, with our action, with all our hearts, with all our minds and soul. And please do not forget to ganbatte ne for all the things that you are going to learn, not just in the subject, but all the subjects that you are going to have. Bye-bye. Otsukare sama deshita. Arigatou gozaimashita.